either. I was gonna rent it, but you couldn't rent it yet. You could only buy
Yo, what's up, guys? zippTHEzerker coming to you with another gameplay commentary today. Alright, guys. Today, first thing right off the bat, kind of wanted to mention, you know, over these Gears Talk episodes, this is probably going to be the last one. I'll probably title this one Gears Talk Intro into Gears of War 4 or Gears of War Next Generation discussion, you know. But I just wanted to say that, you know, right off the bat, guys, the only reason really why I did the whole Gears Talk series was just to really spread awareness and to I don't know, how do I say this? And to help people remember, you know, why Gears of War didn't make it to a professional scene and stay there, and why Gears of War has kind of failed over the years. You know, a lot of people know why, but a lot of people right now are just not playing Gears, or they forgot, or they're just doing something else, and it's really just to kind of remind people, or to just spread awareness to people who don't know. You know, because we as players over the history of Gears of War have gotten ripped off by by Epic creating a good game, but then not ironing out the things that needed to be ironed out, and you know, just over the course of the life cycle, just a large lack of development support, and just, you know, like I mentioned, gameplay mechanics. The game hasn't made it professionally, and you know, I'm not gonna dive, and over my videos I kind of dived into it, but I'm not going to anymore, because the whole reason is I'm not a professional. You know, I'm not a professional Gears player, so I can't offer you that perspective. However, there are people that can. And one person in particular is this guy I've been watching for a while. His name is Arcticvbi. You know, I've been subscribed to him on YouTube for probably a good year or two, but only recently, within the past maybe month, I've been watching his frag logic videos on Gears of War, talking about the remake, the remaster, you know, possible next gen stuff. And one thing I mentioned in my past videos was, I think there should be a good spectator mode in Gears of War. Gears of War has never had a good spectator mode, and a lot of other games played professionally, at least shooters, have awesome spectator modes. Look at Halo, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, games I use as previous examples in previous videos. You know, they all have great spectator modes, and it allows professionals to do what they need to do when spectating and casting games. You know, and casting games is a huge thing in Counter-Strike. You know, some people on YouTube base their entire channels off of just casting games of Counter-Strike, professional games of Counter-Strike, you know. And think of how cool Gears of War would be to cast a game, you know, or to watch a game, you know. I mean, and we haven't really even seen, you know, many professional matches, you know. And let's wait till we get a good game that's smooth. It's awesome, you know. Like, I think casting is going to be a huge thing, and so we need a good spectator mode, you know. Halo had a theater, you know. A theater would be great, you know, because that's one thing you don't really get to do in Gears of War, is get to watch your old footage so you can correct your mistakes. You know, you don't get that with Gears of War, you know, unless you have a capture card, or you're playing on the PC and, you know, you're recording video. But you know, so a good spectator mode going into the next generation. You know, one thing I mentioned, and I strongly believe in, is that a well-founded multiplayer has a strong campaign as a base. And the reason why I say that is, you know, look at Gears of War 2 and 3, you know. The campaigns were fun, but it didn't really feel like anything special. In Gears of War 1, I actually felt like I was playing Gears of War, as in civilization. I was in cities that were destroyed, abandoned, you know. Humanity was on its last legs, you know. We're almost all dead. The locusts are still coming at us, you know. There's these krill, there's these flying weird monsters. Locusts are coming out of the woodwork, you know. The city's destroyed. There's holes all over the place, you know. You gotta watch your back consistently, you know. And you kind of get this dark, kind of freaky, creepy feeling when you're playing Gears of War, you know. And it kind of transfers over to the multiplayer. The maps feel dark, you know. You're facing the locust again, or, you know, vice versa, and it puts you into that creepy atmosphere. In Gears of War 2 and 3, I don't really feel that creepy atmosphere, but I get that in Gears of War 1. You know, it's kind of the way the campaign and the multiplayer is made, you know. one thing the game needs is a great campaign, you know, and I'm gonna honestly save my campaign ideas for another video, because that'll just take up the rest of the time for this video. So anyways, there'll be a part 2 to this for sure, probably just titled Gears Discussion, you know, part 2 or whatever, but anyways, you know, be looking for that. Anyways, you know, multiplayer is founded on is founded off of a campaign, and the multiplayer, you know, one thing I liked what they did with Gears of War 3 was have interactive maps. That was cool. But what sucked about it is they introduced a lot of glitches, and then they never got fixed. They never got addressed, and therefore we don't ever get to play those maps, which sucks, because maps like the Depths is an awesome map, but we never get to play that, you know. That's DLC that we paid for that never got fixed. I mean, if that speaks to you right there of lack of developer support, I mean, I don't know what else does if you're a new player to all this, you know. You know, so good maps, man. Good maps, and maps that remind you of the campaign. Maps, and not only that, but maps that also are balanced and play well to the style, the flow of the game, you know. You know, weapon balance is one thing, and I really feel like well, I don't know if I should say that. Weapon balance, and I feel like the map are 50-50. You know, you have to give them both equal attention, because if you do good on balancing your weapons, but then you create maps that just favor one or two weapons, well, then your balancing is gonna feel like it's off, when in reality it's just the map flow, you know. So I feel like they really need to pay attention to how these maps are made, you know. And one thing Gears of War 3 didn't really I feel like really didn't bring to the table much of was opportunity to advance upon your enemy with your shotgun out. You know, it was much more tailored for rifle gameplay, you know. All of Gears of War 3 was mostly rifle gameplay, and you know, when I play ranked on almost any playlist, for the most part it comes down to a cross. And I'm not really sure how Gears of War 1 played out or 2 played out, and I'm not really saying that the next gen needs to be based off of Gears of War 1, but I feel like the Nasher combat is so much more fun to watch and to play than it is just watching someone cross or having to actually cross. You know, because like I said in some previous videos, man, is my wrists hurt from previous car accidents or dirt bike accidents and stuff, so I can't shoot my hammer burst all the time, you know. And so not having to cross as much would be great, just for that one fact alone, but more importantly, because Nasher combat's more fun to watch and play as. It simply is, you know. So going into the next gen, I've stated that it would be nice to maybe have like a 60% use your Nasher, 40% everything else, meaning 60% of the time in the multiplayer you got your Nasher out and you're using it. Then the 40% of the time you got some other weapon. And that 40% includes everything from rifles to, you know, your long shot, your torque bow, your grenades, everything, you know. So, and I really feel like that to me that sounds good, you know, just as an idea. You know, of course I don't know how it will play out, but you know, these are just ideas, you know, and I'm really doing these next couple videos to get other ideas from other people flowing, you know, and just to get talking about the game, man, you know. Because that's really what it's all about, you know, guys. It's just getting back into Gears of War, and because here's the whole thing is, you know, we as players deserve to have a Gears of War game go big. The developers of the game deserve to have Gears of War go big. You know, anyone that has ever invested anything into this game right now, or if they're going to in the future, deserve to have the game go big, simply because of its past. You know, there's so many pro players like Arctic who've been kind of robbed of a professional career in Gears of War because of the way the game has been handled over the years, you know, and not just him, but other players on YouTube or would-be professionals, you know, people that were Gears 1 pros but aren't even in the scene on Gears of War 2 or 3 anymore, you know. Think of a lot of people over the years that have just been ripped off, you know, and I feel like if you're a player and you're watching, then you've been ripped off as well, just like me. I wall bounce the shit out of that dude. But anyways, you know, these are just all things that go into the next gen. There's just so many things to talk about, which is why I'm going to link down below Arctic Zin's frag logic, so you can just hear for yourselves all of the problems with Gears of War 1 and 2 and just the neglect, you know, because that's evidence enough, you know, from a professional player. Like, I don't need to link much more. If you need any more evidence, go search for it for yourself, because I'll provide you with what you need, I feel like, you know. But, you know, what did I say? Good spectator mode, good maps. It needs a good campaign. It needs a good weapon balance. The maps need to flow right, you know? Not only that, but Gears of War players, man, we've had to deal with more lag than anyone else, you know? With the last 2 minutes of this video, I'll rant about lag, you know? We as Gear players, damn, I blasted that bitch. You know, we've had to deal with so much lag. Like, why is there all this lag just all over the place? You know, and sometimes, guys, I will say on that note, like, I will talk shit in some of my videos. It's just kind of what I do, you know. Don't take it personally. It's just what I do. But anyways, you know, lag, man. We deal with a lot of fucking lag. Like, why? Why do games like Halo or COD or all these other games typically have much better rooms and much less problems with lag, but Gears of War, there's always so much fucking lag? Why? Like, can anyone give me a solid, straight answer on that, you know? And I think a lot of it just would come down to just the developers themselves, you know, maintaining the game. I'm not sure, you know, because I'm not too adept with that technical talk when it comes to servers and all that. I don't know anything, so, you know, but these are all just ideas going into the next generation. And, you know, again, guys, this is kind of been part 1. The video is about to come to a close, so this will be going into a part 2. You know, after all day I've been sitting here recording, canceling, and Movie Maker, trying to find a good point to a good recording, and I think this is it. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content. And as always, please tell me your opinions. You know, what do you guys want to see going into the next generation? Alright, guys. Well, thanks for watching. This has been zippTHEzerker.